Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. Who doesn't have those bad days when they're just not going the way they're supposed to go? The level of frustration can range anywhere from 0 to 100. One wrong move on a live TV show, and you're in the Hall of Shame forever on TV, live. From forgetting lines to random people killing the scene, today we will share with you the top 10 funniest fails on live TV. Stay tuned till number 1, because that's where the real fiasco is. 10. Girl power. Bros code is said to be better than a girl's code, but assume this isn't the case for everyone. Girls may not be good with secrets, but when a girl helps another girl, she doesn't care about anything at all. These Olympians worked on it and not only became the focus of the 2008 Beijing Olympics, but also the focus of the Olympics as a whole. 2 Russian Olympians showed each other their support, not only by embracing, but also by kissing. Yeah, you heard us right now. The 2 girls kissed each other and they didn't get a positive response from the public. A lot of people complained that this action disrupted the decorum. Some called it strange, although others were not offended by it. The real reason behind the kiss was to support the LGBTQ community that is very marginalized in Russia. Really unforgettable, isn't it? 9. O.J. Simpson's real-life car chase. O.J. Simpson, a former American football player, an actor, journalist, advertisement spokesman, and last but not least, a prominent felon. He was popular for his infamous murder case in which he was accused of murdering his ex-wife and her boyfriend. O.J. ran away from the court and hit the road as a passenger in a white SUV, but soon he got the attention of police and they began chasing him. This was no ordinary chase. It was the breaking news of the day and was shown on various news channels. Nobody saw something like that other than in the movies, and this kind of action got a lot of coverage from all across the globe. Upon eventually being captured by the police, he attempted to persuade them that he was not attempting to escape, but the items in the car suggested something different. He had thousands of dollars, a fake goatee and a beard, a gun, and a passport. This memorable and unforgettable day was pretty memorable for Domino's too, because their sales record had been crashed as people just wanted some pizza and the real-life action they were witnessing on live TV. 8. Grammy reporter mixes up words.
Well, a very, very heavy divertation tonight. We had a very Darrison bite. Let's go ahead, Terrace and look for the head of the pit.
Having your terms mixed up in every case is pretty normal unless you do it in front of the whole world. It's called a bad day, honey. Nothing usual about it. Something of the same kind happened to our Grammy reporter, Serene Branson. The whole scenario was clarified, according to medical experts, as she had several strokes in a row while broadcasting live for the awards ceremony. Reporter Serene Branson was going through some neurological disturbance that caused her to jumble all the words. However, the way she tried her best to make things go smooth, considering her situation, tells us a lot about her professional attitude. 7. Taylor and Kanye VMA beef. This was a very shocking and equally memorable moment for everyone because that's when Kanye tried his best to steal Taylor Swift's spotlight and failed just like that. Taylor Swift just won an iconic award for Best Female Music Video, and Kanye could not hold his horses. After just receiving the award and beginning to give a heartfelt speech to the audience, Kanye jumped onto the stage, snatched the microphone, and started his own lovely speech.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
Stealing the spotlight from Taylor, he preferred giving his own point of view, saying that Beyonce's video was much better than Taylor's video. Yes, he did say that on live TV. It was a pretty shocking moment, definitely an unforgettable one too. 6. Reporter on target. While giving updates on the season when people only go out for skiing and sled rides, this reporter decided to give a close-up exclusive detail on the seasonal sport. Standing on a slanted surface covered in thick white snow, the reporter commented on the leading man in a race between 2 very random people on a sled. As the leading participant came close, he hit the reporter right in the front and made him flip 360 degrees in the air, and as soon as he landed on the ice, he grabbed his microphone to say the golden 2 words, "Bad idea."
That was a bad idea. At Riverside Park, Rob left.
Now that's a perfect knockout. 5. The man who ate a fly. Reporting from a site far from the studio might be fun because you get to go to the countryside, mountains, and parties to report and provide visual evidence. However, these duties have their own pros and cons, and we are going to share with you a major example of a major disadvantage. This reporter, while explaining the real reason behind a teenager's death, ate a fly as he was speaking very enthusiastically.
What happened on that Thursday here at Augusta High School that led to Chris Wood's death? The is that?
Poor man had to spit and cough multiple times to get that little fly out of his throat, but the fly was not going anywhere anytime soon. And you know what's even worse? He ended up cursing really bad on camera, live. 4. The wrong clip with the right description. Anchor Pat Murphy clarified Kevin Everett's medical condition after he had sustained an in-game injury, but the crew did not seem to comply. When describing the conditions that said he can move his arms and legs now, the editor played another video that appeared to be a prisoner in the courtroom who moved his arms and legs to get out of the wheelchair in order to avoid the situation. Instead of the player, a random man stole the show when the viewers were totally puzzled about what was going on there. The life-saving anchor, however, saved the day by keeping himself cool and explaining that it was the wrong video, by the way.
Kevin Everett, he moved his arms and legs today, and doctors now believe that's the wrong video, by the way.
But someone from the editorial team was definitely in trouble. 3. Accidental high on air. While the BBC correspondent Quentin Somerville gave his report on the 8.5-ton opium and heroin that was being burned by the authorities in the Middle East, he might have been standing a bit too close to the fire, as he explained that behind him was a giant pile of burning 8.5 tons of opium, heroin, hashish, and other narcotics. He ended his statement with a giggle.
Burning behind me is 8.5 tons of heroin, opium, hashish, and other narcotics.
That giggle was neither a normal giggle, nor was it a required one, but our boy didn't care because he had been breathing in the same air as that burning pile of narcotics. Even though he tried to start over a few more times, his uncontrollable laughter could not be handled, and soon the cameraman came under the influence as well.
Come on then, let's go.
And with that, it's now time for today's subscriber pick. Today's photo was sent to us by a subscriber. If you come across a photo online and want to know more details about it, just send it over to us. We might even feature it on a future video. 2. On a live broadcast, as 4 anchors sat down to tackle some real problems, this weatherman had a bigger problem to solve: eating the grape nut he found on the floor. Scott ate the nut happily, as his fellow colleagues taunted him to eat something on the air from the field.
You leave grape nuts all over here.
What is happening?
Come on. Clean up. Oh.
However, his decision to eat the nut quickly turned to disappointment, as his face revealed that the ground grape nut was definitely not the right thing to eat. The 5th rule simply meant nothing to him, but later he realized the significance of that rule when he clarified the thing he thought was a grape nut really turned out to be the vomit of his cat that he had stepped on earlier when revealing the evidence to the whole world.
Those were not grape nuts that I ate.
Ugh.
My cat threw up, and I must have stepped in it, and that's what I ate.
Disgusting.
I thought it was grape nuts. I ate cat vomit.
The grape nut appeared to be a huge mistake. 1. The woman who was forced to stand in the middle of a turkey flood. This poor news reporter had to report from a hall full of turkeys and report from there. The anxious reporter ended up saying things like, "Do you notice how ugly these things are?" and "Nothing on them is blunt, everything is sharp, and they are ugly."
You never notice how ugly these things are? They're big and nothing on them is blunt. Everything is sharp and they are ugly.
We felt sorry for the situation that she was stuck in because there was literally no way out. She blabbed the information while making sure that the turkey doesn't attack her. Her eyes were stuck on the turkey standing in front of her, who seemed to feel the urge to hit her or at least give her a goodbye kiss. The woman hurried with the news, telling the viewers that the other reporter will take it from there, but honestly, nobody wanted to know what the other reporter had in mind because this right here was an entertainment package. Toward the end of the video, the turkey even comes at her. Maybe he didn't like the staring part because it is offensive, you know, even for the animals.
Alligator, whatever, just go to the story. Show!
From failed car chases to cat vomit to terrorizing turkeys to literally getting high on air, These were some of the funniest fails live on TV that almost 1,000 plus people witnessed, and just in case you missed out on these or you were having a bad day, feel free to thank us now. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Also hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of our updates. Thanks for watching.